This is Simone with Taxi by Simone in Fort Wayne, Indiana. I wanted to do a little video addressing the 3 questions I get about Uber all the time. I get these questions so often that I just have to do this video. This is a labor of love on my part and perhaps frustration because like everybody asks me these questions. Okay, so question number 1, are you Uber? Question number 2, how do you feel about Uber? And question number 3, why don't you drive for Uber? Are you Uber? How do you feel about Uber? Why don't you drive for Uber? Question number 1, are you Uber? No, I'm not Uber. I'm a taxi. It's obvious I'm a taxi. I have another lady who works for me now too. Her name is Lisa. It's obvious she's also not a taxi. I drive a Ford Windstar. She drives a Pontiac Montana. Usually, occasionally we switch it up, but usually that's what we do. And both of our taxis are lettered according to the standards of Fort Wayne, Indiana, taxi cab management, and top plated and metered. So just by looking at the car, you're looking at the vehicle even from afar. They're minivans, actually. Looking at the minivans even from afar, you can tell that they're not Uber. They're clearly marked as taxis. Our rate is $3.50 to get in, $2.50 a mile. Very different from Uber rates. I'll get to that in a minute. Okay, question number 2. How do you feel about Uber? And also a variant on that question is, are they affecting your business any? I feel fine about Uber. I have nothing bad to say about them. They're fine. I've used Uber in Indianapolis a couple times. I used Lyft in New Jersey just recently a few times. And in fact, I used Lyft Line, which is probably similar to what I hear Uber Pool is. That's, if I'm wrong, somebody correct me. I'm sure somebody will. But Lyft Line was when you agree to ride with other people. And even if there's no one else available to, that wants to ride with you, you still get a discount, even if it's just you and the other guy, you and the driver. So it's one way of saving money. But both of them were fast, cheap, and convenient. I have nothing bad to say about them. Other than that, they don't accept cash. Everything's done through a credit card, which is kept on file. I'm not sure if they take a debit card or not, like a prepaid debit card. I'm not sure. I think I did my transactions through a debit card linked to a bank account, not a prepaid debit card. That would be a question for them, not for me. But yeah, of course they're affecting our business. Just like any other business, we have more competition now. That just means that we have to provide that much better customer service, go that extra mile for our customers, look at new ways of advertising, new venues of advertisement. And that's pretty much that. So that's how I feel about Uber and Lyft and any other companies out there like that. I can't think of what the names of... Seems like there's so many now. Okay, so that's point 2. Point 3, to wrap it up, is why don't I become an Uber driver? And this question frustrates me the most because it's a personal question, I think. I mean, why would you meet somebody and be like, well, why don't you do such and such? Why don't you wear such and such? Why don't you wear your hair a certain way? I mean, why have you chosen your profession and not some other one? Well, if I wanted to do that, I'd be doing that, right? But no, I want to be a taxi driver. I'm a taxi driver. Part of the reason I'm a taxi driver and not an Uber driver, if you really want to know the truth, is Uber drivers, and I looked this up, okay, to make sure that I wasn't crazy. I Googled what Uber drivers make in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and I ran across an article from the Journal-Gazette about 6 months ago. It was dated Saturday, February 13th, 2016. The article writer's name was Frank Gray. He contributes to the Journal-Gazette a few times a week, it looks like. According to him, a guy he interviewed named Calkins, who was an Uber driver, was making 70 cents a mile and 15 cents a minute for every minute his customer was in the cab. So, for example, a 5-mile trip would be $5.75. Now, of that $5.75, Uber takes 20%, and they also take what they call a safe driver fee, whatever that is, and that's $1.35, leaving him with $3.25. I'm assuming that he has to pay for gas on top of that. I don't know much about it, but I'm assuming so. Calkins says he only makes $4 an hour. I believe it. Okay? My rates, on the other hand, same trip, I would make $3.50 is the drop. That's the flag drop. $2.50 a mile. A 5-mile trip, I'd make $16. So $16 is what I would make versus their $3.25 on a 5-mile trip. So that is one reason why I do not drive for Uber. I'm sure there's others, whatever, I don't know. But I've been a taxi driver for 6 years, had my own company for a year, very happy with it, very happy to have your business. And whoever is out there watching me and listening to me, whoever you are, I'm very pleased that you're doing that. And I hope you hit me up. You can find me on Facebook, Taxi by Simone. And I really look forward to driving you around Fort Wayne or wherever else you need to go. Thank you for watching Taxi by Simone, Fort Wayne, Indiana.